Setinggi-tinggi pohon cemara, setinggi tiang istana raja. Salam pembuka awal bicara. Selamat datang kepada semua. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum dan salam UiTM di hatiku. Selamat datang semua ke webinar kita pada hari ini iaitu Publication Ethics, Publication Tools iaitu etika penerbitan dan alat penerbitan. Dimaklumkan oleh saya untuk memperkenalkan penceramah kita pada hari ini iaitu Encik Syaiful Hisyam Saleh, Pustakawan di UiTM sejak 2019 hingga kini. Sedikit sebanyak latar belakang tentang Encik Syaiful Hisyam ialah beliau merupakan pustakawan profesional yang berpengetahuan dan mempunyai lebih daripada 5 tahun pengalaman dan dalam persekitaran perpustakaan akademik, berdedikasi untuk melayani pengguna dengan memberikan bantuan dalam teknik pencarian maklumat dan penyelidikan oleh para pengguna. Beliau juga mempunyai pengetahuan yang luas tentang sistem berorientasikan perpustakaan dan perpustakaan berdasarkan laman web. Alat sokongan penyelidikan dan pangkalan data dan reka bentuk grafik juga merupakan sebahagian pengetahuan oleh beliau. Beliau juga mempunyai pengalaman bekerja dengan kaki tangan serta penyelia dan menyokong operasi perpustakaan. Sedikit sebanyak tentang kejayaan Encik Muhammad Syaiful Hisyam ialah beliau pernah mendapat pencapaian dalam di peringkat Negeri Sembilan International Exposition NXIEX 2022 dan mendapat tempat kedua dan anugerah perkhidmatan cemerlang pada 2018 serta pada Information Science in Delhi 2017 mendapat peringkat diamond dan Convention Team Excellence Kebangsaan 2016. Beliau juga pernah mendapat tempat pertama iaitu gold di dalam ke-42 International Exhibition of Innovations of Geneva, Switzerland dan juga pada 2013 gold sekali lagi dalam peringkat 24 International Innovation and Technology Exhibition dan peringkat silver di Kuala Lumpur pada tahun 2012 di dalam ke-23 International Innovation dan Technology Exhibition. Tanpa melengahkan masa lagi, saya menjemput Encik Syaiful Hisyam untuk membentangkan tentang webinar kita pada hari inilah. Dipersilakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Terima kasih kepada moderator. Right, moderator dah kenalkan diri saya, so kita akan teruskanlah program kita pada pagi ini. So kita akan terus pergi ke slide kita. Right, so pagi ini saya akan kongsikanlah sedikit pengetahuan dan juga pengalaman saya dalam memberikan perkhidmatan berkaitan dengan bantuan pendidikan ni. So fokus kita pada pagi ini adalah publication ethics dan juga publishing tools yang mana boleh menyokong kepada aktiviti penyelidikan dan juga penulisan kita lah. Tak kira lah sama ada kita tu researcher, academician dan juga mungkin kepada pelajar postgraduate ataupun ada undergraduate student yang juga menulis. Okay, so sebut sedikitlah tentang modul kita pada pagi ini. Publication ethics is important when publishing the result of scientific research or other scholarly activity. Publication ethics are principles of conduct that are generally agreed upon to and publication tools enable researcher to identify potential journal titles, and the journal search tool require the author to provide keywords or abstracts. Okay, so kita pagi ni kita akan tengok pada dua perkara lah. Yang pertama tengok pada etika penyelidikan dan juga seterusnya kita akan tengok kepada alat penyelidikan yang sesuai untuk kita guna pakai dalam membuat pencarian jurnal-jurnal yang berimpak. Okay. Right, yang pertama bila kita nak start menulis ni the key-nya adalah how to write your affiliation. Okay, so ini yang kami cuba tekankan dulu sebelum kita start the process of the research, sebab when you do your research you need to understand how to write your affiliations. Okey, sebab banyak kes daripada pengalaman saya sendiri menguruskan data-data penyelidikan ni, banyak kes yang berlaku ada yang menulis affiliation-nya tu tak lengkap sepenuhnya dan ada juga yang salahnya berada di pihak penerbit jurnal tu sendiri yang mana tidak alert tentang penulisan affiliation bagi sesuatu institusi akademik ni. Okay, so sekiranya ada perkara-perkara yang macam gitu, yang sekiranya ada publisher yang salah tulis kita punya affiliation, kita kena maklumkan balik kepada publisher tu to make sure that the affiliation adalah tepat. Okay, sebab kita tak nak sekiranya lah, sebagai contoh, sekiranya lah kita punya penulisan kita tu, penerbitan kita tu yang berindeks WAS, Scopus, ERA ataupun MySite, dan sekiranya kalau kata penulisan affiliation kita tu salah, dia tak termasuk dalam pencarian dekat database, contohnya database WAS kan. Sebab bila dalam database WAS ataupun Scopus ni kan, dia indeks lain daripada maklumat artikel jurnal tu sendiri, dia indeks authors punya maklumat dan juga institution punya maklumat. Okay, so each institution, research institution ni dia ada special key ataupun panggil ID kepada affiliation tu sendiri. So make sure benda tu tally lah. So inilah contoh untuk kita tulis nama fakulti dan juga UiTM tu sendiri. Okay, ini contoh je lah. Dan yang latest kita dapati ada tiga fakulti yang bergabung kan. So mereka pun dalam proses untuk memastikan penulisan yang untuk mungkin tahun depan ditulis dalam berdasarkan nama yang telah di endorse oleh UiTM itu sendiri. Okay, so make sure you know how to write your affiliations. Right, and then yang kedua, kita akan setiap kali kita menulis, we have to do the checking lah about the plagiarism ni. So currently UiTM dah guna pakai original untuk buat semakan kepada artikel-artikel, manuskrip yang kita akan submit kepada mana-mana jurnal ataupun mana-mana penerbit conference ke apa semua. Kita akan semak terlebih dahulu menggunakan original punya ni untuk semak the quality of our research lah, to make sure that kita bukannya copy bulat-bulat daripada previous study punya research. Okay. Right, so kita akan masukkan kepada publication ethics. Right. Okay, so ini sedikit definition lah. Okay. So publication is the most common contemporary form of research outcome to be disseminate. Okay, researcher remain owner of the published work. Okay, researcher remain owner of the published work. Okay, and then researcher publish in the form of article, books, book chapter, conference proceeding, and also the preprint archivers. Okay, preprint archivers ni, ini kita boleh katakan kita kembali kepada yang tadi tu, researchers remain owner of the published work. Okay, tapi sekiranya kalau kita nak publish, contohlah saya bagi contoh, sekiranya kita ni young researcher, okay, penyelidik yang researcher lah, yang masih baru untuk bergiat dalam bidang penulisan ni. So young researcher mostly dia tak ada grant research, so dia perlu join team research yang ada di kampus ataupun di cawangan masing-masing ataupun di fakulti masing-masing kan. Tapi kalau kata dia nak menulis their own manuscript ataupun research to be published dalam high impact journal. Okay, kita tahu bila kita nak publish dalam high impact journal, kita kena bayar dia punya, namanya APC lah, Article Processing Charges. Okay, kalau kita tak nak bayar APC tu, kita ada caranya. Caranya adalah kita boleh publish kepada jurnal-jurnal yang dilanggan oleh pihak kita sendiri. Okay, so we understand that kita subscribe to WAS index, WAS database dan juga Scopus kan. So dan juga satu lagi Science Direct tu sendiri. Okay, so the Science Direct tu, itu adalah platform yang paling sesuai lah sekiranya kita nak cari jurnal-jurnal yang berimpact yang mungkin diindeks dalam WAS ataupun Scopus, dan kita boleh submit kepada jurnal yang diindeks dalam database itu, dalam Science Direct itu sendiri. Okay. Dan bila kita gunakan, dia ada dua package. Satu dinamakan package Open Access, yang mana copyrightnya belongs to the researcher lah selepas kita bayar FPC. Tapi sekiranya kita tak nak bayar FPC, sebab kita tahu, saya percaya saya pernah jumpa lah jurnal yang FPC-nya sampai ke beribu ringgit lah. Ada yang sampai cecah RM10,000 satu paper. So that is normally Q1 punya jurnal lah. Kalau kita ada grant, tak ada masalah. So kalau kita tak ada grant, we go to the subscription punya package. So we submit our manuscript to the journal that PITA langgan lah. Okay, yang disubscribe oleh PITA. So itu yang menjurus kepada perkara keempat tu, preprint archive. So we don't have the copyright to that article, tapi untuk yang preprint punya copy, kita boleh share kepada kita punya community, tapi dia ada embargo period dia. So berapa lama je kita boleh share. So itu yang perlu kita faham lah untuk support our research activity ni. So tak naklah kita hanya submit kepada jurnal-jurnal yang mana banyak berlaku di dunia research sekarang ni, yang predatory journal. So you submit the manuscript, after a few weeks the article will be published. So kita tak naklah perkara-perkara itu, kita cuba elak. Okay? Alright. So siapa yang terlibat dalam penulisan ni? Okay, so seorang yang terlibat dalam sistem penulisan ni, okay, selain daripada author, we have journal editors, we have the peer reviews and also the publisher. So ini rantaiannya. Okay, tanpa rantaian ini, satu penulisan tu tidak akan berjalan lah. Okay, sama juga analoginya, contoh kalau kita katakan di kalangan pelajar undergraduate dan juga dia punya research, dia punya lecturers lah. Okay, kalau dia nak habis belajar tu, dia kena masuk kelas, kan, dia ada kelas, dia ada researcher yang dia ada researcher, dia ada lecturers yang bantu dia untuk to get good result in order to be graduated, kan. So itulah dia contohnya. Jadi for publication, yang terlibat inilah author, journal editor, peer reviewer and also the publisher. Publisher tu yang memain peranan lah. Tanpa publisher, mana kita nak publish artikel tu, kan. Right? Okay, kenapa ethical publication penting? Okay, so daripada yang dikatakan, to protect the life of human being. Sebab apa? Ethically published work become a sound base of knowledge. Okay, sebab apa dia kata a sound base of knowledge? Sebab kalau semua orang boleh terbit apa jua yang dia nak terbitkan, dia tak ada, kita katakan sebagai quality control, satu. Okay, another thing is the research punya quality itulah. Okay, right? So tanpa etika, apa jualah dalam hidup kita ni, kalau kita tak ada tertibnya, bahasa mudah dia, kalau tak ada tertibnya, kita akan jauh menyimpang lah. Contoh, kita nak beratur, nak pergi ATM katakan, kalau kita tak ada sistem etiknya beratur tu, semua orang boleh cross, boleh cut queue apa semua tu, akan jadi satu masalah pergaduhan lah nanti. Okay, so itu yang pentingnya, kenapa perlu ada etika dalam penulisan ni. Okay, to help in educate rationalization to accelerate the scientific progress. Okay, bila kita katakan to help in educate rationalization ni, sebab kita nak make sure yang our research output tu, okay, can be used by semua orang. Okay, sama ada research kita tu mungkin bagi kita itu yang bagus untuk kita. Okay, dan mungkin bagi bidang lain, apa yang kita rasa bagus tu tak berapa nak kena dengan dia punya line of research. Tapi when we do research, it's about to do untuk menyelesaikan masalah lah, kita kata gitulah. Untuk menyelesaikan masalah yang ada di persekitaran kita tu. Okay, so kita gunakan pendekatan research ni, the scientific punya method tu, to help to solve the problems yang ada masa kita buat research tu. Okay, right. And then to show ethical path to the followers. Okay, sekiranya kita dekat UiTM ni, we have lots of scholar profesor yang hebat. So apa yang diorang pakai tu, apa jua method yang dia guna pakai tu, we have to follow. Okay, right. Sebab saya percaya setiap kampus, setiap fakulti, setiap cawangan ataupun COE, dia ada dia punya mentor mentee. Dan juga saya percaya ada apa itu kata research groups kan. Research group tu itulah tempat kita to nurture the research activity. Okay, so senior researcher must help young researcher. Okay, kalau tak ada sinergi antara senior researcher dengan young researcher, macam mana kita nak make sure yang the research is quality, satu, dan yang kedua kita macam mana kita nak make sure yang each of the researcher tu can mempergiatkan lagi aktiviti research ni. Okay, and then to help in image building of researcher. Okay, to help image building ni untuk researcher adalah dia punya citation count dan juga H index dia. Ini untuk dia punya matrix of researcher lah, the authors punya matrix. Okay, selain pada tu, sekiranya kalau katakan young researcher to develop the career the development tu daripada pensyarah kanan, and then pergi kepada Profesor Madya dan juga Profesor Penuh. Okay, so dia punya path tu memang dah ada, kan? Cuma kita perlu menulis, tapi menulis cara yang betul. So we have to use we have to follow the ethical of publications. Alright. So ini yang bagi saya things yang perlu kita ponder lah in terms of publication. Okay. So ini kami kita dah senaraikan. Okay. Yang pertama, authorship and the contributors, multiple submission, publication misconduct yang terdiri daripada plagiarism, research fraud, fabrication, falsification, and also the slicing. Okay, so kita akan pergi satu persatu yang ini ya. Right, so author and the contributors. Okay, authorship entails responsibility and accountability for the published work. Okay, sekiranya berlaku pelanggaran hak cipta, sekiranya output research tu tak betul, mungkin method yang digunakan salah, so itu semua tanggungjawab author dan juga contributor tu sendiri. Okay, sebab kita kena make sure yang our research tu adalah original daripada idea kita, walaupun mungkin ada yang kita adapt dan adopt, tapi we cannot copy bulat-bulat from the previous study, kan? So we have to have our own novelty of the study. Okay, kita kena ada tanggungjawab lah ke atas kerja yang kita buat tu. Okay, Cope suggested as an author who should contribute as one of the following ways lah. So, significant contributor to conception and or design of the work, okay, acquisition, analysis, and or interpretation of data generated, collected during the work, drafting, editing the work, or revision is critically and thus contributing important intellectual content. Okay, so 4 perkara ni yang setiap author perlu follow lah. Okay, saya percaya bila kita nak start menulis tu, we have the concept, we have to design our work, we have to use research method on how we want to dapatkan the output of research tu nanti. Okay, and then we have to do the proper analysis, we have to do proper interpretation of the data. Okay, adakah interpretasi data kita tu menyokong kepada kita punya hipotesis semua tu, we have to do that. Dan juga yang last sekali, we have to draft and editing the work, ataupun sekiranya bila kita dah submit our research to to the publisher. When the editor semak, so it will give back the reviewer lah. Okay, sama ada minor revision ataupun mungkin kalau tak bernasib baik, mungkin tak bernasib tu contoh yang pernah berlaku yang kena buat major revision tu. Okay, mungkin apa yang berlaku adalah editor tu bukan daripada bidang kita. Perkara tu pernah berlaku lah sepanjang pengalaman saya lah. Okay, so macam mana kita nak make sure yang kita punya artikel tu tidaklah sampai jadi full revisions, kena ubah, we have to revamp balik kita punya research tu, adalah we have to berkomunikasi lah dengan reviewer tu, dengan publisher tu, cerita-cerita apa sebenarnya. Sebab bila kita hantar artikel kita kepada international journal, the problem is our population di Malaysia contohnya tak sama katakan di negara Argentina contoh, kan. Nature kita, the social economy kita tak sama dengan yang ada di negara lain tu. Okay, so itu we have to make sure, we have to clarify lah, and we have to defend our research. Okay, itu kalau in terms of the data generated tu, the output kita tu. Tapi method ni sama je semuanya biasanya. Right? Okay, so another thing is in case of multi-authors paper. Okay, bila dah ada author yang ramai dalam penulisan artikel kita tu, we have to make sure that collectively take the decision about all aspect of the work. Integrity and accuracy of work has to be resolved. Final approved version to be published. Each author should be able to identify which co-author are responsible for which specific parts of the work. Okay, saya percaya ramai researcher tahu benda ni. Okay, when we do a research, okay, setiap orang akan ada pemberatnya masing-masing. Okay, for the corresponding author, the work adalah to communicate with the journal, dan juga mungkin dia dalam satu paper tu pemberatnya mungkin dia lebih pada ahli-ahli yang lain lah. Okay, and then so pembahagian tugas tu masing-masing dah ada. Okay, literature siapa yang buat, method siapa yang buat, analisis siapa yang buat. Okay, so masing-masing ada part masing-masing dalam tugas untuk menyiapkan artikel jurnal kita tu, ataupun maybe kita punya grant lah contohnya. Okay, so and then kalau kata kita nak submit the manuscript to any journal yang contoh tadi saya katakan yang under Science Direct tu kan. Okay, so katalah corresponding author submit artikel manuscript tu kepada satu jurnal yang diindeks oleh WAS katakan, tapi jurnal tu dilanggan oleh pihak PITA, kan. So corresponding akan masukkan the manuscript, and then masukkan nama semua ahli yang menulis tu, then each of the co-author akan terima satu notification daripada publisher untuk bagi claim lah yang menyatakan kita menulis sama, the ownership tu, the contribution tu. Okay, so itu yang sepatutnya berlaku kepada publisher. Okay, dia kena telus. Right, and then siapa yang who are not entitled as author ataupun co-author, siapa yang tidak ada hak sekalipun untuk digelar sebagai author ataupun co-author. Okay, so those who provide only assistance in minor writing, technical editing, language editing, and also the proofreadings. Okay, kalau setakat buat check grammar kan, lepas tu buat proofreading dan juga technical editing tu, contohnya kalau katakan kita punya documents tu we use words, kita tahu kan UiTM ada easy write with Microsoft Word. Kalau lah orang tu yang buat editing for the template, dia bukannya contributor kepada research itu, dia hanya buat editing sahaja. Right? And also who help in procurement of fundings, general supervision of a research group or general administrative support. Ini pun bukanlah salah satu ahli daripada penulis kita. Okay, siapa yang bagi fund tu kan, contoh mana-manalah geran-geran tu, kita hanya boleh dekat artikel kita, we can only bagi kredit sahaja kepada funder-funder tu, contohnya FRGS, ERGS, kan, geran-geran yang ada tu, atau mungkin geran dalaman sendiri. Okay, and then and mungkin yang kalau kata ada kita wujudkan satu research group, okay, dan ada satu ketuanya. Kalau ketuanya tak terlibat sama-sama menyumbang dalam artikel itu, dia pun tidak boleh dimasukkan namanya dalam sebagai author. We can only acknowledge the head of the research group tu dari bahagian section acknowledgement sahaja. Okay. Dan juga mungkin bantuan daripada administrative staff ni, administrative support ni, yang mungkin distribute, tolong apa ni, print the questionnaire, contoh kan, print the questionnaire, mungkin distribute the questionnaire to the respondent. Okay, so itu semua we can only put their name in our acknowledgement sahaja. Okay. Okay, unethical authorships. Okay, ada banyak sebenarnya. So guest authorship, apa yang dimaksudkan dengan guest authorship adalah with someone's name, chances of paper acceptance may increase. Okay, ini banyak berlaku lah. Okay, banyak berlaku di mana-mana sekalipun. Bila masuk nama orang tu, chances to get accepted by the publisher tinggi. Mungkin sebab tu sekarang ni kalau jurnal-jurnal yang tidak dikategorikan sebagai predatory, kalau ada editor dia dalam manuskrip yang dihantar oleh penyelidik ni, dia akan cuba kurangkanlah, ataupun mungkin sebab tu bila kita submit the article, we have to only, dia ada, kalau dalam sistem publisher tu, dia ada beberapa sections. Section pertama, nama author. Section kedua, title of the article. Section yang ketiga, the abstracts. Lepas tu body of your research tu, dia tak berada sekali dengan nama-nama orang yang menulis tu. Dia berasingan. We have to upload separately. Okay, yang mana untuk mengelakkan perkara-perkara inilah. Kalau lah kata jurnal yang kurang etika tu, mostly jurnal yang kita anggap dia sebagai predatory lah. So when we put his name, chances to be accepted sangat tinggi. Benda ni pernah berlaku dulu lah. Sekarang ni saya tak sure. Pernah berlaku. Saya pernah tengok benda ni dulu. Okay. Honorary and gift authorship. Authorship given as gift or as honor. Okay, kalau lah kata tu hutang budi, okay, letaklah nama orang ni kan. Dia banyak bantu kita, okay, letak nama orang ni. Padahal dia tak buat apa-apa pun. Okay. Kan, dia just sekadar mungkin dia bagi motivasi, contoh kan. Tiba-tiba letak je nama dia. Itu unethical lah. And then ghost authorship, you can acknowledge them but not as author. Tadi yang saya mention awal tadi tu. Okay, kalau lah kata staff admin, katalah pustakawan yang tak buat apa-apa, hanya cari artikel saja, tiba-tiba nama dia ada dalam tu. Dia tak buat apa-apa pun. Contoh. Okay. So we can only acknowledge them but not as an author. Tapi kalau pustakawan tu menulis, why not? Okay. Dia sama menyumbang kan. Okay. And also we have anonymous authorship, not real name of author ataupun improper scientific article. Yang ini setakat ni jarang lagi, tak pernah jumpa lagi lah anonymous punya authorship ni. Yang letak nama pena ni tak ada lagi lah. Nama pena ni biasanya dekat buku-buku yang non-fiction lah berlaku. Tapi kalau yang research punya activity ni, tak ada lagi lah setakat yang saya tahu ni lah. Okay. Then the surrogate authorship. Okay, manuscript written by someone else without original data and published. Ini mungkin berlaku. Contohnya macam mana situasinya? Penulisan mungkin final year project student ataupun mungkin thesis pasal apa tu. So seorang ni dia ambil apa yang ada dekat situ tu, dia letak nama dia je. Lepas tu bila dia nak analisa data tak ada kat dia. Data tu mungkin ada dengan orang budak tu, tapi dia publish. Sebab tu journal ataupun publisher yang hebat ni, dia bila kita nak submit the manuscript kepada sistem journal tu, dia ada part untuk we have to share the data. Data yang kita sama ada data kualitatif ataupun kuantitatif lah. Kan, we have to share. Ini kalau kita nak submit kepada jurnal-jurnal yang berimpact ataupun yang memang berkualiti lah. Sebab tu bila kita cerita pasal data ni, dia relate dengan open science tu pula. Itu yang bila fake share tu ditubuhkan sebab untuk menjaga kualiti semua ni lah. Okay. Dan bila kita, tapi berbeza pula dengan contohnya kalau kita katakan researcher dalam bidang yang menggunakan tertiary punya data. Okay, data yang ketiga. Kan kita ada primary, secondary and tertiary data kan. Data yang contohnya data bank, dia buat analisis, itu lain. Itu tak termasuk sebagai surrogate punya authorship. Yeah? We have to understand that. Okay, multiple submissions. Ini banyak berlaku. Even sekarang pun masih lagi berlaku. Okay, unethical to submit the same manuscript to more than one journal at the same time. Okay, by doing this, you wasting the time of the editor, the peer review, and also can damage the reputation of the author. Dan if the journal is published more than one journal, is the article lah. So maybe sekiranya ada sesiapa yang mengadu, so the letter publication must be retracted. Okay, so sebab yalah kan, kadang-kadang kita ni bila dah terdesak nak submit kita punya manuscript ni, we submit to, katakan ada dua journal at the same time. We submit kat sini, dia submit kat sini. Kita tengok mana dulu yang bagi feedback. Okay. Itu kalau 4 journal lah. Mungkin untuk penulisan dalam lain-lain, mungkin dalam mana, newspaper ke, bulletin ke, majalah ke, mungkin berlaku perkara yang sama. So please do not submit your manuscript to more than one places. Okay, kita kena bila dah submit kat situ, tunggu je lah sampailah dia kata dia accept ataupun mungkin dia reject. Okay, kalau dia reject, senang untuk kita retract, kita submit kepada another journal. Okay, jangan sekali-kali kita submit manuscript itu tu kepada banyak tempat. Right? So itu melanggar etika publication lah. Okay, and then we have publication misconduct. Right. Ini pun kita dah bincang pada awal tadi kan, plagiarism. So when one author intentionally use another without permission atau kredit ataupun acknowledgement. Okay, ini pun pernah berlaku lah kan, yang mana satu kerja tu dia hanya tukar nama je. Lepas tu dia claim itu dia punya. Itu itu kita namakan dia sebagai academic crime lah. Academic crime. Yang kalau jatuh hukum tu, dia melanggar Akta Copyright 1987. So berat sebenarnya kesalahan itu. And then plagiarism generally found in the following forms lah: data, word of phrases, idea and concept. So each of the, kalau katakan tadi saya cerita yang tertiary punya data tu kan, information tu. So yang itu kalau kata guna tertiary, contohnya maklum data daripada finance katakan. Okay, kalau kita guna yang tu, we have to acknowledge, we have to do the proper references ataupun bibliografi. Okay, tanpa ada sekiranya kita ambil data ataupun idea ataupun quotation daripada mana-mana artikel jurnal, tanpa buat citation dan juga the reference, itu dah langgar dah. Langgar etika dalam penulisan bagi plagiarism. Okay, right. How to avoid plagiarism? You have to understand the meaning of the original paper. You have to cite it fully, acknowledge. Okay, so selalu memang kalau ada sharing, memang saya akan ceritakan macam mana nak elak semua ni berlaku. Caranya senang je. Okay, bila kita dah dapat satu topik untuk buat research kita tu, we have to find lots of article in that area. And then we have to read. Okay, kalau you nak jadi researcher, you have to read. Tak kisahlah kan, apa-apa pun you have to read. Bila kita dah baca ni kan, kita akan faham the intipati dia. Lepas tu kita akan teruskan buat summarization on that particular article tu. okay, ataupun quotation tu. Daripada kita dah dapat summary tu, we can do the rephrase. So itu cara kita untuk elak daripada berlakunya plagiarism tu. Right? Okay, research frauds. Okay, saya letak sekali research fraud ni sebab benda ni berlaku dalam dunia penyelidikan di seluruh dunia lah kita kata. Okay, outcome of the data manipulation, fabrication, making up research data and result and recording or reporting them. Okay, falsification, manipulating research material, image, data, equipment or process. Okay, fabrication dia katalah contoh fabrication ni. Research data yang dia dapat negatif katakan. Kita tahu kan bila buat research ni ada positif ada negatif. Negatif. Dia tak support kepada dia punya hypothesis. So untuk make sure yang the final result and the outcome of the research kena dengan apa yang dia nak, dia tukar. Dan dia tukar data tu dia buat sendiri. Padahal set of data yang dia distribute tu mengatakan lain, tapi dia nak juga dia punya research tu apa yang digambarkan pada awal di penulisan dia tu, dia nak sama kan. Dia in denial gitu kan, dia tak nak terima. Benda tu itu pun salah satu perkara tu yang berlaku ni for fabrication ni, ataupun falsification, manipulating research material, image, data ataupun equipment ataupun mana proses yang melibatkan itulah research proses itulah. Kan, so itu jatuh kepada research fraud ni, penipuan dalam research ni. Okay, so how to come out with this fraud? Okay, always keep record of data, never change ataupun tamper data. Okay, keep record in an accessible manner if editor wish to have a look. Tadi saya dah mention kan. So macam mana nak simpan? Okay, simpannya we can simpan the data. We have open science punya platform kan, ada Figshare, saya dah share tadi kan, Figshare dan macam-macam platform lagi lah. Dan PITA sendiri pun dalam proses katanya may this be conduct. Okay, so right, okay, saya baca komen kata can you please conduct this in English. Okay, I will try. Right, okay, so to make sure that the data can be accessible, kan? We need to use open science punya platform. Okay, we have Figshare dan macam-macam lagi lah sebenarnya, kan? And another platform related to deposit the data of research. Okay, and then another thing is we have to make sure that the data can be accessed by you lah, yourself. Okay, so let's say we go back to the previous years lah, let's say 5 years ago, right? So at that time we don't have the exposure about the open science punya inilah activity, open science activity, whereby we can upload ataupun share the data in repository platform. Okay, so by that time when we want to share the data, we only can be shared through the pen drive. Maybe maybe they share from they burn they copy to the CD and then they send the data to the whoever want that data lah. But the thing is, let's say the CD is broken, right? Or maybe the pen drive is cannot open lah, corrupted lah the data. We can say that as corrupted lah. Okay, so that is the things, the risk that happen when we want to share the data back in those years lah, right? So that is why open science is really important for us to make sure that the data sharing, research activity sharing can be done lah for now. Okay, and then we have to keep clarity about the publisher policy. Okay, whenever we want to submit our article, our manuscript, we have to read the publisher policy, read anything. Let's say for the APC, kan, article processing charges. Okay, if you don't know that you can actually submit by using the package of subscription by the PITA, you will think that when I want to submit my manuscript to the journal that have high impact, I need to pay, let's say, 10,000 ringgit, kan? So quite hard lah for us if we don't have any fundings. This is fine. Okay, so actually we can submit the article, submit the manuscript to the subscription based journal. Okay, you can waive the sub apa ni, the APC. Okay, but the things you need to understand that the your article is not belongs to you lah. Okay, the articles, the copyright for the articles belong to the journal. Okay, let's say the journal use we know that open access we have lots of category, kan. We have gold open access, we have green open access, we have hybrid open access, and another category lah. But the common three tu lah. Okay, we have gold open access, green open access, and hybrid open access. Later I will discuss on that part. Okay. Right. And okay, selami slicing ataupun selami publication. Converting one meaningful paper into several different paper from the same study. Okay, let me be clarify that from the same study lah, same study of normally for one small research. Okay, it's not maybe someone we argue me that thesis publication we can actually for thesis publication for thesis we can actually do more than one article submission. Why is that? Okay, we can do the concept paper, we can do the purpose method. Okay, we can do the purpose method for our research. That is one paper. We can do the pilot study of your research. That is another paper. And the third one, we can do the full research paper. Okay, we can actually from one thesis, we can actually find 2 or 3 paper lah, or maybe more lah. But what is about selami slicing? Let's say from one full research paper, we have method, we have the DV, IV. From that part, we wanted to submit to 2 ataupun 3 journal. So one is for the DV, another one is for the IV. IV we got 3 IV, so we think we can get 3 more papers. Okay, that is wrong. You cannot slice, you cannot divide your method. Okay, never ever do that. Okay, like I said earlier, for thesis is another thing lah. It's a difference. We can do the, let's say, literature review. We can do the systematic literature review about our thesis, and then we can do the full paper research, and then we can do the pilot study of your research. Okay, so that is the area that you can explore lah. Okay, so way to come out from this fraud is avoid inappropriate breaking up data from a single study. Be transparent while submitting your paper to the publication. Okay, so you have to understand that, right? Okay, how to identify journals to submit to, right? So here I will touch about, we're going to discuss about the open access. Okay, so open access allow user free unrestricted online access to journals and other types of content of the publications. Okay, open access developed as a response to technological changes in scholarly publishing, printed based to online based, and charges in the commercial publishing business model. Okay, so open access ni is actually commercial publishing business model. Like I said earlier, the copyright belong to whom? Either you as an author or you the publisher. Okay, technology allow for easier, faster, and lower cost to create and deliver information. Subscription or access through organization affiliation are generally not required to access the open access publication. Like I said, when we PITA subscribe to the, let's say we give one example, let's say Science Diet, right? So all the articles there that not categorized as open access, you can download because we subscribe to that particular journal in that platform in the Science Diet, right? Okay, but as researcher, why open access is important? It is because you want to make sure your research output can be disseminated by the time it been published. Okay, but then again, do you have grant? Do you have the fundings to pay the APC? If you have that, you can just go and publish when you have when you supported with the grants, right? When you support with the grant, you can pay the APC. Eh? So that is why the copyright is belong to the researcher, and researcher can distribute the article to anyone they want to. Okay, in terms of visibility, the research output can be disseminated freely lah. Okay, without having problems to download the article from the subscribe punya journal. Let's say you want to share the article. Let's say the article is under subscription. Under subscription, it's not open access. Maybe it's from the green open access. Okay, green open access. It offer you open access yang freely can be distribute ataupun yang subscription based. Okay, right. So legitimate open access publication respect scholarly ataupun creative publishings, adherence to its intellectual integrity, and the benefit author gains through their works. Okay, so when we want to find journals to submit to, okay, so open access publishing ni, you have to be careful. Yeah, whenever you want to submit your manuscript to the journal that is entitled as open access, you have to be very, very careful because we don't want to waste our research output published in the fraud journal. Okay, fraud journal. Later we can discuss about that. Right? So normally, legitimate open access publication, it maintain quality control such as peer review, single blind, double blind, ataupun twice lah, twice blind. So normally double blind lah. Okay. Include policy for its various process, retraction, archiving, author rights, are frequently affiliated with a scholarly organization or institution, follow professional standards from the Open Access Scholarly Publisher Association (OSPA) ataupun Committee on Publication Ethics (COPE). Okay, so those legitimate, legit open access publisher, they have this criteria. Okay, but those who we can say that as a predatory journal or maybe fraud journal, sometimes it skip a few steps from this lah. Okay, when you pay your APC, the article can be published. Okay, can be published. Maybe they just give you little time of the duration to answer your manuscript, maybe in 1 week, kan? So 1 week is fast lah. We can say it's too fast lah, because we know that when the editor want to review the manuscript, it takes about 3 weeks, at least 3 weeks. Okay, so be careful about that, right? And then we have the model. We want to understand the model of the open access. Okay, so the types of publisher, normally they belong to the professional society or commercial or from any institution that related with the academic punya line lah. Okay. And the cost, whether or not author processing charges are required. That's the model that they use. Availability and version, how soon a full work will be available, and which version, post-print or final version of proof of record, okay, and the copyright Creative Commons licensings, who retain copyright and access to the manuscript, to the article, to distribute, share, and post, and the use of CC for works. And then we have self-archiving, the ability of an author to deposit a work in an institutional or disciplinary repository. Okay, those self-archiving, you have to be very, very, very careful. If your article is subscription based, okay, maybe we can call it as a green open access, they have embargo period that we can share, we can deposit into the repository in the university ataupun mana-mana tempat, another places lah, right? Okay, yeah. Okay, and we have, like I said earlier, we have another one is the green. So the previous is the gold. We call it as gold open access lah. Okay, this one is green open access. Okay, type of the publisher, toll access. Why toll access? Because we can choose either we want to open access, or we want to use to follow the subscription package. Okay, commercial publisher, cost none. Okay, availability of version, post print, peer review, and editor final copy, embargo, delay in availability of full works. Copyright and Creative Commons belong to the publisher. Author may request the author addendum for limited copyright uses. Okay, kita boleh mohon that, we can apply for that, but normally the articles belong to the publisher. Okay. For self-archiving, post-print can be deposited in an institutional repository. Post-print only. Okay. Right. So to understand the green open access, like we said, the cost is none, because maybe we use the subscription-based punya platform to submit the manuscripts. Okay, so that is we call as green open access. So we need to strategize lah. Either we want to immediately can distribute the research output, the publication, or maybe you don't have any grant, you go with the green open access, but you cannot simply share your article, because the articles belong to the publisher. So this is the example lah, okay, for green open access, right? So version of record for article, they have lots of the article, normal one lah. Normally when we do the proper referencing, they have the article journal, they have the volume, issues number semua tu kan. And then for the post print of the same article, okay, they have the title, the journal's name, but at the back they only have they say they give the the link to the article. So whenever you want to get the full text, you have to go to that website, to the journal website lah, ataupun maybe go to the online database platform. Right? And then we have gold open access. Okay. Gold open access publisher normally is varies lah. Okay. They will charge you the author processing charges. Okay. The availability and final version of the record can be distributed. Okay. Copyright, Creative Commons license, author particularly retain the copyright. Right? It's different with the green. For green, copyright belong to the publisher. Gold, the copyright belong to the author. Okay, and self-archiving typically allowed lah. There is no limitation lah. If you want to share, if you want to deposit, if you want to upload your article in any institutional repository ataupun mana-mana repository lah. Right. And then the example like this lah. Okay, the final version they have the proper article lah, article informations. Right, and then we have hybrid open access. Hybrid, another thing is hybrid. Okay, types of publisher to access, commercial publisher, cost, they have cost, typically very quiet and very in cost. Okay, when we talk about typically required and very in cost, maybe some article you need to pay the processing charges, and some article you don't have to pay. Okay, so we can say that the publisher have both model, okay, in terms of publications. Okay, and then the availability version, final version of records available upon publications. Copyrights belongs to the publisher. Okay, copyrights belong to the publisher. Okay, self-archiving depends on the publisher. Maybe they give you to archive in any institutional repository, but sometimes they have embargo period lah. Okay, so this is the example of hybrid open access. So whenever you search the article in the journal, some journal article have open access symbol, some article don't have the open access symbol. So this means that the article that don't have the open access, the articles belong to the publisher. The article that have open access, the article belong to the author, because the author already paid the article processing charges. Okay, senang je, macam tu je kita nak ingat. Right, so CC terms and license. This currently being used lah in many platform. Let's say TikTok. We have apa lagi? We have YouTube, right? So, and another platform that can share video and picture, right? Images. Okay, so this is the CC terms. Okay, so who can be attributes, who can share, who can do the no duplication, who cannot share the let's say video we can say video lah. When they have this symbol of non-commercial, you can only use for the openly use for any kinds of sharing, but you cannot monetize. Okay, you cannot monetize. The terms monetize is really common lah, common like currently lah. So it's the current trend lah. Okay, so that's why if you follow TikTok since the launch of TikTok in 20 I cannot remember, I think it's from the 2017 I think, or maybe 2016. By that time you can freely use any sound, any audio without proper copyright punya ni lah, kan? But now TikTok, because they do the monetize, all the original songs from artists or maybe from many composer, they have to pay the fee lah to that musicians. So that's why when you want to monetize, you have to use what songs ataupun what audio that have in the platforms, right? Or maybe if you understand about this, you can use the sounds freely without have issues whenever you share your, let's say you share your audio, your video in YouTube, the sound will be muted, right? So you have to understand these terms lah. Okay, right. Can I pass the session to the moderator first before I continue my sessions?
Maka kita akan berhenti seketika untuk memberi laluan kepada kepada panel kita untuk berehat seketika.
Okay, so we continue. Right. Okay. Another thing is that we need to understand is about the ranking metrics lah for scholarly public publications. Okay, so the metrics that will be evaluated in academic institutions, they have about one, two, three, four, three, right? Article performance, right? Highly cited. So this is another thing that we can discuss, because whenever you publish your article, because of I understand, I believe that many of the researchers, they pay for the FAC charges. So if you want to pay your manuscript publications to the journal, I suggest you to go and search for high impact journal, yeah? Or maybe go to the journals that visible to many audience lah. We can say the audience from the whole world lah. It's not just from that particular area, because of the publishers in Pakistan, let's say. Okay, so try and search journals that have coverage, that offer coverage worldwide. Okay, it will help you will help your article to be visible, yeah, to be cited lah, right? And then when the article is have a numbers of citations, it go to the journal's performance. Okay, so they have a journal impact factors for Web of Science, and they have a site score for Scopus. Okay, so and for authors, we have H index. Okay, so the numbers of citation for your article, it will be give the number of your hash index. Okay, we go one by one. Okay, what is called as impact factor? So this is the calculation for impact factors lah. Okay, so impact factors will be divided to the journal impact factors, and let's say paper published in 2015 and 2016 each receive an average of 41 citation in 2007. Okay, so the number there, 41.577, is the average numbers that be cited from the previous years punya performance article. So that we can say that 41 article have the potential to be cited, each of the article. Okay, 41 times. 41 times. Okay, 41 times for each of the article have the potential to be cited by the users lah, by the researchers. Right? And then for the site score, okay, site score normally it just calculate about the source normalized impact per paper. Okay, in 2017, site score for Nature was 14.59. So we can say that about 14.59 citation was given to the each of the article in the index journal. Right? But in terms of ranking, only impact factors by the WAS accepted in UiTM. Okay, so for Scopus index, Scopus index you can get the mark, but for Web of Science, the mark for researcher, okay, musim-musim ATP ni kan, so the mark for the researchers, it goes to the Q value of your article submitted to the journal index by the WAS. For the Q1, markah dia tinggi. We get the much higher mark. Okay, Q2, Q3 and Q4. Okay, so Q memainkan peranan penting lah in your research impact. Right, and then H index. So H index is developed by Hirsch JE in 2005. So H-index is about the author level metrics. It's a time to measure both the productivity and the citation impact of the publication of the scholar. Okay, so let's say H-index 9. It means the scientists publish at least 9 articles that have cited at least 9 times. So the calculation is like this lah. We can go like this. So normally, this is how the hash index is counted. Okay, so you have, let's say, 10 article. Okay, 10 article, and you have to arrange the number of citation from the higher to the lowest. eh? Uh, so it's not in the particular years lah, right? So from here, the average here, we can say that 9 article at least have nine citations. So that is the average lah, right? So that is how the hash index counted. Okay, the third process is whenever we already understand the models of publication, the business model of the publication, open access, gold open access, green open access, hybrid open access. Okay, and we learn about the publication ethics and what is the do and don'ts in the research activity, right? And then now we are going to search and develop the journal checklist lah. Okay, so go to the trustworthy platform to identify the authentic open access journal such as Web of Science, Journal Citation Report, Master Journal List, Scopus, Directory of Open Access Journal, Open Access Scholarly Publishers Associations, listing the registered open access journal publisher, and my site lah, the Malaysian journals in Malaysia. Okay, but if you want to go to the much higher impact, go to the Web of Science, Journal Citation Report, and also the Scopus, right? Because kita subscribe to those platforms, Web of Science, Journal Citation Report, and Scopus. Master Journalist is a platform that can be used by anyone. You can just Google and click on the Master Journalist, right? Anyone can use that one. Tapi because of we have the privilege to use Web of Science, just use Web of Science to analyze the ranking of your potential open access journal, right? So go there. Okay, how to identify reputable index journal? Okay, so these things that everyone in university talk about since the list by Bill have been used by lots of university in the worldwide. Okay, so according to Bill, predatory publisher, those that unprofessionally exploit the open access model to their own profits. Okay, so the model, the open access model that used by the predatory journal, normally they have the proper website, but we have to be careful to search their processing charges, their times to be published, the duration from manuscript submissions, the period times given to the editor, the reviewer, until the times to be published. Let's say the journal, the period, the whole process only took about 2 or 3 weeks. Those have potential to be claimed as predatory journal. Okay, because normally it will took more than three weeks lah until the process. But actually, good open access publisher, the timeline for for publication to be the manuscript to be published, normally it takes for about two months until ada yang sampai 6 bulan. Setahun pun ada. Right? So that is the legitimate open access publisher. And the normal one 2 months, like that lah, 2 or 3 months. Okay, tapi if you came across with the journal that say the whole process to be published only took about 3 weeks, you have to be very, very careful. That's one thing. And another thing is, if that publisher have more than 20 journals in that platform, okay, that also you have to be careful. And another thing is, please, whenever you identify any journal that you want to submit your article, please communicate with the editorial boards that are given in the website. But because sometimes predatory journal, they just put the names there, but that person, the professor there, that name listed in their or the editor's editorial box, doesn't aware that he was appointed as editor. That's another thing how you can avoid publish in the predatory journal, right? Okay, and then another thing, you can go to the things check and submit. This OOI non-profit organization that help you how to choose the proper proper journals to publish your research output lah. Okay, and you can also go to the predatory and blacklisted journal and conference and check the OAJ, and also you can go to the master journalist, right? So those are the platform that you can use to check either the journal is legit or not. Okay, but how about, let's say, how about the journal that already detected as predatory but indexed by Scopus? Okay, so back in the January or what? They have their one article journal that published regarding that topics, predatory journal indexed by the Scopus, and because of that, Scopus have tightened their policy, and whenever have anyone reported that this journal is potentially predatory, they will stop the indexing of the article, and they will investigate either the journal is legit or not. So that one is another thing lah. You have to beware lah. Okay, beware of that kind of situations. Right. This is another listing lah. You can use. Okay, predatory and blacklisted. So this is what, like I said earlier lah. Okay, they give you discount, 50% off, or maybe they give you coupons. Okay, like Lazada, like Shopee kan, we don't know. Okay, so beware of that. Right, so this is the general criteria lah, for you as a researcher to follow whenever you want to publish. Okay, first you have to select your journal. Prepare your manuscript. You submit your manuscript until the process of revision or peer reviews. Okay, so normally here peer reviewer, like I said, it can takes normally it takes about 3 weeks lah, 3 weeks to 4 weeks. Okay, it depends on the journal's policy. Okay, and then we go to the acceptance process, editing, proofreading, and until the publishing. But if your manuscript is rejected, okay, you have to understand why it was rejected, and if the correction is not so major, you can do the minor correction. But if let's say that you need to do the full revisions, okay, you can actually negotiate with the journal, with the publisher, with the editor, and you can say, but this is my area of research and this is the situation about my population. You can just nego, okay, you can try nego, right? Okay, yeah, this one. Yeah, you can check your journal impact within the subject area. You can go to the PETA digital library or any other places, but the best way is go to the PETA or digital library, go to the MyCare portal, go to the Web of Science and Scopus. Okay, we want to have many high impact article indexed by Web of Science ataupun Scopus to make sure that our university globally renowned, right? Okay, but if you want to publish article in subscribed journal, you can contact me lah, senang cerita. Okay, I will show it to you because I want to show, but today is not, we don't have the times. Yeah, right. So who is being prey by the press regional? So these are the prey lah. Authors, the public, the libraries, scholar in the developing countries. Okay, developing countries like us, we have lots of grants awarded by the KPT. Okay, so because we have the money, we want to publish the research output. Okay, so sometimes there are predatory journal that we unfortunately publish our article in that journals, right? So you have to beware. Right, so identifying the wolf in the sheep clothing. These are the the the, the factors lah that we have to identify. Access to the article, people and places, fields with charges, indexing and metric spam, and also the peer review. We go one by one. Okay, access to the article. The article is claimed as open access, but not all issues are available. So this it things that you have to clarify within the journal website. Okay, you go one by one. The issues. Okay, they say that all this article is open access, but not all articles available there. Okay, journal is open access, but no article available in the archive, right? And then the people and places, right? No editorial board listed in the journal website. Yang ni red flag. Okay, if there are no editorial board listed in the journal web page, you can reject. Select another journal. Okay, no physical address given to the journals or publisher office. Okay, I have came across in 2020 or 2015. Okay, I came across with one journal. They mentions the address, and the address when I Google Earth, because the journal is from the US. When I Google Earth the addresses, the picture that came out is the barns, right? The farm. It's not proper building for publisher. Ya, dia hantar gambar kebun macam gitu. Kan? So beware of that, right? And then the founder or head of the publishing company is also the editor for all of the journal published in that company. Okay, so ini pun we have to beware. The editor does not work or specialize within the field of the journals covered. Right? Ini memang monetize. They just want your money only. Okay, the editorial board is exactly the same all the journals. Kan mana mungkin. So we know that journals have different kind of category of the subject matters, but all journal have the same editorial board. So this also red flag. Like you have to reject, find another journal. Okay, fee charges. Right. So this is the main aspect lah, the main criteria for predatory journal. Okay, journal indicates there are fee for submission, processing, publications, but not clear about the amount. Okay, yang ni pun you reject. Okay, author must pay article processing charges or publication fee before the article is accepted. Okay, normally the normal process, your article is accepted, then you must pay the APC. Bukannya sebaliknya. Okay, publisher offer a membership, let's say discount, coupons, coin, anything lah yang give the benefit to the authors to become a member. Macam like My Day card kan, member card. Alright, so yang ni red flag, reject. Okay, publisher offer option for researcher to prepay APC for future submissions. Okay, yang ini normally berlaku dekat mana? Pay later in Shopee. So yang ini pun red flags. Right? So don't use this one. Okay, the website seems overly focused on the payment or fee. Okay, so kalau dia fokus on the payment dekat website dia tu, in the front page of the website appear about the fee flash, so you can just skip that journal lah. Okay, right. Okay, and then spam. So I think most of the researcher that have that affiliated to the any institution lah, any academic institution that have .edu will be will be exposed with the spam of journals. Okay, offering you to publish your article, multiple email from a journal. Okay, so when they desperately wanted to find researcher to publish in with them, is another criteria lah. We can call it as a spam lah. Okay, because high impact journal, they don't have to do the promotion like this. Okay, authors ataupun researcher, we go to them, right? Okay, peer review. This one lah, we already talked about this. Okay, is the peer review conducted? Who are doing the peer review? What is the quality of the peer review? Because I have came across with the published article that have spelling error, right? Spelling error in the published article. So who is wrong is in that journals actually, right? And sadly, that journal is predatory journal. Okay, so beware of that. Okay, this is the example lah, hijack journal. Okay, so normally hijack journal, we can say that the original journal in different language lah. Okay, like this one, Ponti ni kan, Il Ponte ni, the authentic journal, original journal is in Italians, not English. And this one is Jockel's journal. Okay, the authentic journals in, I cannot remember, this one is maybe Norway country based journal. And this one is linguistic entrepreneurship, like that lah. Okay, right, so you have to beware. Okay, if they say, let's say, I'll give you one example. Let's say the hijack journal claim the journal index in Scopus. So you go to the Scopus, search for the journal that index by using the same name, and you can actually click in the Scopus. You can actually click the web page of the original journal. So if, let's say, the original journal is like this one. Okay, from the Scopus, when you click from the Scopus, what is appear in your screen the website is this one. So we can say that what claimed by the hijack journal is cannot be accepted, cannot be used lah. So that is the hijack journal. Okay, this one is the latest one that we found out. Okay, Journal of Hunan University Natural Sciences. Okay, if you don't know that the journal, the authentic journal, original journal is there, we will say that the hijack journal is the like legit one lah. They have a proper kind of journal kan. The vibe is there, but sadly the journal that indexed by the Scopus is the blue color one, right? In Chinese. Okay, in the, I don't know, my Mandarin or what. Okay, so beware of that. Okay, and then the publishing tools. Okay, there is they have a lots of way to find journals to be published. Okay, we have Eden's journal, we have Xavier, we have Jane journal, author's name, estimator. Okay, we have journal guide, we have Wiley journal finders, we have Springer journal. But what I can say is, if you want to find journal that is subscribed by the PITA, I suggest you go to this one, Xavier Journals Finder. Okay, because this the platform that related with the Elsevier. We know that Elsevier is the company that have Scopus, Science Direct, and also the Mendeley. Okay, I suggest you to try lah, search your potential journal to submit your manuscript from this one, Elsevier Journal Finder. Okay, because my team earlier of this month, we submitted one manuscript to one journal in Elsevier, and the APC, I can share it here, the APC, article processing charges, is about 11,700 ringgit one article APC charges, but we don't pay that. Okay, because kita subscribe to the journal in the platform of Science Direct. So we click on the subscription package. Okay, because we affiliated to UiTM and UiTM subscribe to the platform, so we can waive the APC lah, right? But the chances to be accepted quite small lah. If you confident with your manuscript, right? If you think that your manuscript is high impact, you can go there. You can try like what me and my team do. Okay, and yeah, think and check and submit. We already talked about this, and this is the things lah. This is the blog lah. We can say that it's blog lah. The scholarly kitchen, Australasia, open science strategy groups, open and shut. Okay, so this is the scholar actively share their knowledge, their experience in this blog. You can read through this one. And also support group. Okay, we have doctorate support group in the Facebooks, research scholar group, and other things. And maybe you can go to the research gates and another platform lah. We can say it as academic social media, right? Okay, this is the for postgraduate. You can go here. This is just the the process lah. Whenever you want to submit your article, this is the things that you can do lah. You can write a cover letter atau cover email to the publisher, and also whenever they give you the feedback about your manuscript, you can communicate with them through the email or maybe through their system lah, their platform. Okay, and nothing much. Right, so easy lah. This one is for just sharing lah. 10 easy way to increase your citation count. Okay, how do you boost your citation to maximize your impact? Okay, so there is 10 simple techniques here. Okay, cite your past work when it is relevant to a new manuscript. But in terms of audit MIRA or anything else, self sites you cannot do many lah. But if you young researcher, you can do the self-citation. Self-cite meaning you cite your previous works to your current work. Okay? And then carefully choose your keywords. Okay, you need to know which is the best keyword for you to put in your article, because that will be, if you, let's say you submit your article to the Science Direct Journal, okay, those keyword will be used as the vocabulary, control vocabulary by the publisher, by the platform, so that it will make you make your article easier to be searched by the Science Direct platform. Let's say like that lah. Okay, the third one is use your keyword and phrase in your title and repeat it repeatedly in your abstracts. Okay, so what is in your title also have in your abstract and also the keywords. Okay, and then use a consistent form of your names on all of your papers. Now, this is another things lah. Okay, lots of researcher, whenever you search your author's information in Web on Science in Scopus, you maybe came across with situation like this lah. You have 2 ID in the Scopus. You have 3 ID in the Web on Science. That is because of inconsistency of your name. So make sure whenever you publish in any journal, make sure you bertegas, be firm with the publisher that I use this as my name as a researcher. Okay, but actually, if you have Orchard ID, you can actually link your Orchard ID to the to the journal lah. So most of the journal yang legit, yang have quality, they will ask about the Orchard ID. Okay, make sure that your information is correct. Like I said earlier in the first slide, okay, please check your name and affiliation. Okay, so make sure the affiliation and your name is correctly written in the journal. Okay, make your manuscript easily accessible. Okay, if you publish in if your paper is not published in an open access journal, post your pre or post publication print to a repository, but check in the SHOPA or Romeo to make sure to find out the embargo period that given by the publisher, so that we can share the output of your research in the institutional repository or whatnot lah. Alright. And the last one, I think this is share your data. Okay, there is some evidence of that sharing your data can increase your citation. I did that. Okay, from one of my article. Okay, I've shared it to the Twitter and another platform lah. Kudos, Academia, apa lagi, Mendeley. Okay, when I put my article in those platform, right, Alhamdulillah, the citation count rising lah, meningkat lah. Okay, and present your work at conference, ini normal lah. So whenever you want to identify, you want to share your output, you have to present your work at the conference lah. Okay, and also use social media like I said earlier, Twitter, academia.edu, researchgate, because this will be count as one matrix. We have alternative matrix. Sometimes it's called L matrix, but for now, academic institution does not focus on the alternative matrix. But I think someday, maybe years, alternative metric will be something that is important to weightage the the reputation of the institutional, the academic lah. And also actively promote your work lah. Talk to other researcher about your papers, and I believe that we in UiTM we have a research group, so you can just share your knowledge, share your output, and like I shared earlier, share your research output in maybe in your blog, maybe in your website, maybe for now I think it's better for you to share your output in TikTok, apa lagi YouTube, so make well use lah those platform. Right, so that is all from me. Okay, thank you. I will pass the floor to the moderator. Thank you.
Terima kasih saya ucapkan kepada panel yang sudi hadir dan sudi menyuarakan pendapat beliau pada hari ini. Moga apa yang kita dapat hari ini tidak sekadar kita dengar sahaja dan kita implikasikan di dalam publication kita. Nampaknya masa amat mencuburi kita. Sebelum berakhir, saya berharap warga webinar pada hari ini menggunakan etika yang sepatutnya dan publication tools yang sebaiknya untuk mengelakkan sebarang rejection daripada bahagian-bahagian production. So kesimpulannya kita mendapati webinar kita hari ini ialah sesuatu yang dapat dijayakan dan dapat digunakan untuk masa depan di dalam publication of our paper. So saya sudahi dengan wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan sekian, terima kasih.